Good cheap ride?
Yeah, quick. How'd you get here?
Got a bus, mate.
Bit risky with the traffic.
Yeah. All right, mate. How'd you get here? Boat.
Nah,
Hey, that's a pretty cool way to get here, Johnny.
you could do better.
And how did you get here?
Cable car. Who's buying?
Johnny?
Brad? Meantime is one of the UK's original craft breweries, and their Yakima Red was one of my and Brad's favourite beers back in the heady 2012 era. So the brewery has always had a special place in our hearts, as well as in the modern history of Greenwich. 3 years ago, we made a documentary with Meantime Brewing, aimed at getting craft beer drinkers to look again at the historic English IPA and the beautiful hops and malts that go into it. The film, resulting beer and ongoing campaign to save British hop farms are some of the best and most important work we've ever done. Meantime beers are now made at the historic Griffin Brewery, home of Fuller's. So for the last few years, the brewery has been looking for ways to get back to its roots. Well, finally they found the perfect spot, opposite the Millennium Dome, now the O2, which opened the same year as the brewery. As we proved, it's pretty well connected, however stylishly you want to arrive. It also falls almost exactly on the eponymous Greenwich Meridian line and has room for 3 floors, a roof terrace, 5 bars, an open kitchen, and most importantly, a state-of-the-art brewery. The Dial is the home of Meantime in Greenwich, serving delicious food, live music, and of course bang fresh beer mostly brewed on site. We couldn't wait to get a sneak preview with an old friend and Meantime brewer Sven, but decided we didn't need 4 of us to do it.
So here we are, the Dial,
Meantime.
the home of Meantime. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful location. We're on the Greenwich Mean line, the Meridian.
Yes.
We're next to the Millennium Dome. We're right by the river. It's absolutely incredible. You need to show me around.
Right, so we're on the ground floor at the moment.
Yeah.
This is the main bar. If you have a look on the lineup, we have our core range that we have at the moment. So we have Cuddy Haze IPA.
Nice.
We have the Dial Lager, 3.4 sessionable, one of our newest lagers, newest additions to the portfolio. The Anytime IPA, the 4.7% session IPA. And then our newest kid on the block, the Midnight Stout, which is going to be a core beer only for the Dial.
Wow, cool.
But if we have a look on these seasonal or our special release taps, we actually have we have one familiar one, which is the Yakima Red, which most people will recognize, one of our legacy beers.
Yeah.
And then we have Hop Harvest, which is a newest addition as well. And then we'll tell you about that a bit more later.
Damn. Let's get moving. I'm so excited to try both of these beers because they both look absolutely incredible. And that was one of the beers that got me into craft beer. Let's move. Tanks.
Yep, tanks. So as you walk in, you'll notice these lovely stainless steel tanks. They are lovely branded with our branding, of course, and our colours. Our specially on-site brewed beer will be served directly from these tanks. So it's as fresh as possible.
Awesome.
Bespokely only for the Dial. So you'll notice the second floor, we've got loads of these football jerseys and sports jerseys. This is known as a sports bar.
Okay.
So you can come and screen your favorite football team, your whichever match you want to come and support, come and watch.
I sort of feel like I'm in some sort of Nautilus shell or something as well. It's very organic shapes. It's absolutely amazing. Look at this. Proper sports bar vibes. So you can watch whatever game you're into.
Exactly.
Come and do the punchy machine.
Exactly.
That boxing machine.
Got an arcade machine over there as well.
Open kitchen.
This is exactly what you expect from a place like this.
You're talking my language here. Pizzas, hot dogs, salad. Not sure about the salad. This is the point where I get to feel very special because I get to use a lift.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Wow, look at that.
Aha! Welcome to the incredibly luxe zone, Johnny. That's absolutely incredible. Look at this bar. It's like a blooming aeroplane fuselage. Absolutely amazing. I feel like I've entered a really luxe cocktail bar or something. It's amazing.
We are currently in the 360 bar.
Yeah.
And it is actually 360. So you can walk all the way around.
Let's have a little walk. I love it. I love it. Let's overtake the camera so you can get a bit of a view of the O2.
You have a view of the O2 as you come around the corner.
What does it mean for Meantime to be in Greenwich?
The fact that we'd started not too far up from the river.
Yeah, just over there.
Just over there. And it means the world to Meantime that we are able to provide fresh beer back to the community, to reconnect with our roots as well. From a personal perspective, I moved here maybe about 8 years ago. I started in Greenwich. I made a home in Greenwich.
Yeah.
I started in Meantime the moment I moved here, and I've gone through. I've grown with the business. I've grown with Meantime, and the fact that we're coming back to Greenwich it means the world to me. It's so close to my heart, and I couldn't be any happier.
I love that. It means the world to me too. I'm a local boy. I'm from South London. You know, drinking Yakima Red and some of the other things back in the day were beers that got me into craft beer and led me on this path in life. And it's so good to have you back in the hood.
Amazing.
Let's drink to that.
Awesome, thank you.
What a great location. Absolutely amazing.
Isn't it just?
Absolutely fantastic. Now, please show me your excellent brew house.
Of course, by all means.
So Sven, this is not your first time on the Craft Beer channel. You helped us out with Now IPA.
That's right, yes.
And now we are here. That was one of our biggest ever projects, and this must be one of Meantime's ever biggest.
Yeah, it's still hard to believe, really, but
Yeah.
I'm really very happy to be part of this project.
Yeah. It must be very exciting to have like this incredible, beautiful kit, but also, I presume, a huge audience that's going to be coming through.
Yeah.
And you can try lots of things and know that
Exactly.
you're going to get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I can't wait for what we're going to be brewing on here. Everything experimental, everything like that is only bespoke to this area as well, to the site. That's going to be the key thing to it. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, and you know everything's going to be drunk incredibly fresh as well.
Exactly,
It's traveling
yes.
10 or a couple of meters to where we're about to end up.
Just a couple of 10 meters down that way, the tank's on the other side.
So we're going to try some Yakima Red, which has Brad and I very, very excited. That was one of the first beer, good beers we ever tried on keg. What other stuff are you looking to do here and Meantime doing at the moment?
So yes, Yakima, one of our legacy beers. So we're looking at doing probably a legacy series or bring some legacy beers in the mix with that. Some favorites. Looking at doing some experimental stuff as well. So any kind of new hops that people haven't heard of before. Yeah, it's just want to have some fun out there.
Yeah. And so tell me about the kit. So you've got a two.
Yeah. So we have
system.
a 6 hectoliter or 600 liter brewing vessel. We have a mash tun and a copper over there or kettle. Yeah, we'll be looking at doing 600 liters, and that will be able to give us 2 tanks to fill.
Yep.
That we'll be able to dispense straight into the bars on site.
Yeah, and some of the beers will be served direct from tank rather than sort of being kegged in there.
Yeah, so nothing will be kegged on site.
Right, wow.
Everything will be straight in tank.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be able to do a weekly fill. If it goes well, we can do more.
Yeah. And you're going to be doing any collaborations on this?
Yes, yeah, we would love to do some collaborations with influencers out there, with some with other breweries as well. It'd be great.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities with this.
Very, very cool. Well, I'm super excited to try some Yakima Red because it has been, I would say, nearly a decade since I got hold of that beer.
Oh yeah.
So let's head to the bar.
Yeah, let's go do that.
And see if it reminds me of being in my 20s.
Awesome. Let's go.
So we've travelled all of 3 meters.
Yeah.
And we have another brewer from Meantime to pour us some beers.
How are you doing?
I'm very excited to try some Yakima Red, please, Lee. That'd be awesome. So tell me about the recipe. Is this like identical, like on paper, to how it was, or have there been some tweaks?
We've actually, so probably from the Yakima that you remember, is we've increased the alcohol slightly. It used to be roughly about 4.1, so we've upped it to 4.5 to make it just a bit of a meteor.
Yeah.
A meteor red IPA. But yeah, from hop-wise, still the same.
It smells the same.
I'll let you be the judge of that.
Bradley, it smells the same. Like, as soon as I sniffed it, I smiled because I got nostalgia for that kind of toast and slight raisin,
Yep.
and then just lots of pine and citrus.
Very,
just
very
popping out.
marmalade-y as well.
Yeah.
You get those orange peel. I just love the piney character that comes off of that as well. I think we really enjoy brewing this because whenever we get the opportunity to do it, we know how much it means to the public as well.
Yeah.
And how much people crave for it, and they keep shouting for Yakima when you're going to do it again. So it's really exciting, and really makes us happy when we do it again.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it out there, because Brad and I, when we first got into beer, like the craft beer revolution around like 2010, 11, this is what we were most excited about. Those beautiful little kind of wine bottles.
Yeah.
It was such a great beer, and it still smells fantastic. And yeah, it has a bit more body from that extra like 0.5%. It's tasting beautiful.
Thank you.
The only thing on the list here that's got me more excited is this other one, though. So this reminds me a little bit of the Now IPA kind of
it's got
branding.
a
So it's similar vibe.
Very similar colour going on there. It's all English hops.
Yep.
So we've got Goldens and Ernest, but we use fresh hops. So
Amazing.
What was done, we did it in a 2 brew batch kind of scenario. So basically, when the hop harvest started, which was Luke, it was early September, roughly.
Yeah, first week of September we got.
First September, we collected Goldings hops, and then we said, okay, well, what we're going to do, we're going to go towards the end of the hop season, the hop harvest season, and get whatever they have available at that point. And it's really much of a luck of a draw, because they could be changing. Today we're actually going to harvest this. It depends whatever's ready. So that makes it even more exciting. But we wanted to have a bit of a complexity. So we wanted 2 different hops, but you can't do that with one brew, because they're obviously harvesting one hop, and then the next day or 2 days later will be a different hop. So we had to do 2 different brews
And blend.
and then blend them in the end.
Wow.
So you have a nice kind of complex character with a bit of earth, it's very traditional Goldings flavors coming through. And then with Ernest, which is a fairly new hop, correct?
No, it's 1923. Was first.
It's a really old one that's coming
Exactly.
back, right? We're digging it out of the archives and giving it a second chance.
So it's actually taken me quite surprised by this one, because the way it's being expressed is very tropical, very fruity as well.
It smells of
stone
fruit
coming-
salads.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And you would almost think that it's American hops in there, but this is all English. And I think that's why the nice colour homage to Now IPA. I really appreciate the using the colour towards that.
Because that was almost a seasonal beer. It was like experimental
Exactly,
hops, but not fresh hops.
So who knows? It could be a return. It could be a seasonal beer for next year, maybe.
I mean, it smells amazing, like those fruit salad sweets, and some kind of earthy spiciness from that Golding as well. Decent bitterness.
It is a hefty one. It's a 6.5%, but it doesn't drink like a 6.5. And what balances it really nicely is the nice balance with the bitterness and the malty character to it, but the resin character that comes through on that first sip is just amazing.
Yeah. It's absolutely stunning. That is a beautiful beer. One of the best sort of clean, crisp, bright, bitter IPAs I've had this year. It's absolutely amazing. I'm super excited to see what's going to be happening on that kit in the near future. And to come back here, maybe for a gig, but I don't think it needs to be for a gig, just for some fresh up IPA, folks.
Exactly.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, Luke.
Cheers, Luke.
So we've had some backdrops in our time, Bradley. This is kind of out there.
It's pretty Blade Runner, mate. I feel like I'm in Soul or
Exactly
something.
what I thought when you and Sven came up on top, and I could see all these mad reflections and these neon lights. I was like, it's Blade Runner.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, as far as London craft beer venues go, it's pretty epically dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah. I have to say that it's very rare to have great beer in these kind of locations,
Right.
and that's true throughout the UK. Like big chains or less salubrious venues tend to buy up the highest kind of footfall areas.
Yeah.
So it's kind of wonderful to have somebody making fresh beer on site,
Right.
pretty adventurous beer on site,
Yeah.
6.5% fresh hopped IPAs in a place where you can go see McFly tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely epic, mate. I feel like we're in the sort of heart of it's the creative district in London. Is North Greenwich. It's quite a vital place. There's lots of new, exciting things going on here in media and commerce and tourism and everything else. And it's quite fitting, I think, that a craft beer venue should kind of epitomise that. It's the most high-tech glitzy of venues I've ever been and drunk, like
And
legitimately
craft
great
beer
beer.
is quite high-tech and glitzy, but it's also a very artisan,
Yeah.
subjective endeavour.
So it's like amazing meeting of minds.
Yeah, I think so. And I also think that places like this are crying out for something that has some personality and some ambition and some excitement to it. So it's going to be really interesting to see how both the people that come here sort of transiently, and the people that come here because they live here, how they're going to respond to a venue like this. But honestly, like, the design of it is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The concept of it is ambitious and exciting. The food and the drink are next level and delicious. And if craft beer wants to progress and wants to come to the modern world and to get out of the little funk that it's in, venues like this are part of that.
You can find like destination places all over the place, all over the world. But do they genuinely serve great beer with that like matches the great view? I'm not sure they do.
No.
But this one, they're brewing on site. Tank fresh beer.
They've produced something truly magical, iconic, and as you said earlier, quite destination. Like, you wouldn't just come, you could just come to the O2 and have a fresh hop 6.5% IPA, but equally, you could just come across that goddamn cable car for your 6.5% fresh hop IPA.
I'll drink something.
Yeah. I'll drink to it multiple times this evening.
Multiple times. So you can get here on the cable car, the boat, the bus, the tube. And I only live down the road. I'm a South London boy, so I will be riding my bicycle down here come summertime,
On your
Johnny.
Brompton.
On the Brompton.